Hey there everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm Dr. Craig Engstrom, and in this one I'm going to be talking about Microsoft Stream, which is a great tool for instructors who might be transitioning to teaching in an online environment synchronously, or teaching a class where you might be sending a live stream to an offsite location. I believe that Microsoft Stream is just a really great tool because it's going to give you a lot of functionality. It's going to pair well with Microsoft Teams, assuming that you have Microsoft 365 at your institution. Over the past couple of days, I've had a lot of instructors reach out to me and ask me what I'm going to be using this fall to essentially record my lectures. Now, of course, you could use Zoom, and I think Zoom is a great product, but in most cases, I use Microsoft Teams, and the primary reason I use Teams is because of Microsoft Stream. Now, before I get to the PC and show you what I'm talking about, I just want to take a minute or a moment to say thank you to all of you who have recently joined the channel and subscribed, as well as to those of you that might be following me for some time. If you're new to the channel, I hope that you will consider subscribing. I cover topics related to crafting communication competence. Essentially what that means is I cover topics that will improve the efficiency or effectiveness of your work communication or professional communication, whether that's the use of tools in the workplace or things like public speaking. Now with that said, I would like to turn to the PC and show you Microsoft Stream and talk to you a little bit about how I'm using it and why I think it offers just enough functionality above Zoom to make it a worthwhile consideration in your own teaching. Okay, so as you can see here, I am on Microsoft Stream, and it's a tool that should be available to you in your institution or organization. I should have mentioned that this could be used in training contexts as well, and I use this in my consulting business as well. Now, there's a couple of things. One, you have to have access to Microsoft 365, so your institution, organization, company, your private business must be a subscriber and have a license with Microsoft for one of their business accounts. And then on top of that, they probably have to have the additional licensing for Stream. Assuming that they do, when you log in, you will see the screen, and of course it makes you feel just great because they say, "Welcome back, Craig. I'm all logged in here. This is my dashboard." Now, in most cases, the easiest way to get there is actually go to your Outlook account, because most people are going to be using this tool in their everyday workflow. If you are signed into your Microsoft 365, which would include Outlook, so most people again will be in Outlook or know where to find that, you would just go to the magical waffle iron here, you click on that menu item, and it will pop open all of the apps for you. If you do not see Stream in your apps, it means you've probably not accessed it before, but you can click on all apps, and then you can search for Stream right here, and it'll pull it up. Once you click on it, it will open this screen here, and then upon returning again to your magic waffle iron here, it will show up for you. So with that said, let's go ahead and look at Microsoft Stream. So this is again the login screen that you will see, and once you start producing content, there's a couple of things that you can click on. So you can go to My Content here, and then you can just create a video upload, you can create a channel, or you can even record your screen right in Microsoft Stream. So already you can see there that this can function as a screen recorder, so no need to purchase expensive equipment. And as you can see, I have my cursor already highlighted, and I can show you how to do that in another video if you would like. Go ahead and just tell me in the comments. Now, you can discover things across your organization, in this case the university, and some people might have private channels, some might have public channels, but you might be able to find some really great content. Of course, then you want your content. In this case, I'm going to click on videos here in a second, but I can again upload videos. So if you happen to be doing your live streams in Zoom, just record them, then you would have to download it, come over here, upload it, but you could get a lot of the same functionality I'm about to show you. But I use Microsoft Teams because it will directly import into Stream, as I will show you in a second. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my videos here, and you can see that there is some content that has been created. This one I was actually just testing a minute ago. I recorded it in Teams, and I could easily delete the video, I could share it, I could replace the video, I can even download the video, so it can also function as a great storage option for you if you are running out of space, for example, on your computer with these large video files. Now, a lot of the videos I've produced over the past couple of weeks have not received too many plays. That's because they are created for later in the semester, but they are there and loaded. I have them assigned to some specific channels, and I could go into a lot of these details, but I think it'll go beyond what I'm just really trying to do in this one, and that is to convince you to use this tool. So again, if you decide, yes, this is a tool I want to use, and you want me to show you some more tutorials on how to use it, happy to do so, just leave a comment. So with that said, one of the reasons I think this is just an amazing tool is if I click on this welcome message, for example, it's going to open the video. I'm going to go ahead and pause it here, but you will see that I have here a searchable transcript. Now, this is what I think just makes this tool much better than Zoom, because when paired with Teams, you're going to automatically get an import into here and then a searchable transcript with a couple of caveats of things I'll have to show you to make sure that that happens. Now, by default, a lot of the videos out of Teams will be private, so you don't need to worry about your colleagues, like, seeing your classroom and so forth. The default is privacy. But it just creates a really great opportunity. I can search the script. So let's say, for example, that I'm interested in something like when I mention students, okay? So if I search the transcript and I go students here, you will see every time that the word students is mentioned. Now, imagine that you are a student, one of your students, for example, and you have a lecture, and you import it over into Stream, and then they were taking notes perhaps, and the last word that they wrote down was something like Saluki, right? Because we know that's there. And they want to know like a little bit more about what you said, or they just didn't quite get all the notes. So they could come back here and type in Saluki, obviously, and find the reference to that. Click on this, and it'll take them to that point in the video where you mentioned that. So what this essentially does in effect is create notes, right? Searchable notes from the lecture that they can then come back to. So even if you're not creating this for remote learners, so there are scenarios in which if you're teaching online synchronously, a student might miss a class and they need to come back and watch the recording. But it also then has the effect of universal design towards just helping students learn better, because some students might want to be able to come back to the transcript at a later date. You can do things like enable auto scroll, so that is enabled, so you'll see as I'm playing it, I guess I didn't have it, as I'm playing it, it will go through and scroll along. So for those that are reading text, those who don't care about what's in the video but are more of, say, a visual learner or a textual learner, they can also scan this text. So it's really brilliant. Again, I can edit things. If I am the creator, they would not be able to edit. I can also go in and edit things like trim the video. I can add to channels again, and I can replace the text if I want by going to update video details, and I can add people that I want to be able to watch. I can change the description, the name of it. I can indicate which language, which is important when you import from Teams, and I'll show you that in a second. I can allow for comments if I want, so for students. And if you have commenting feature on and they want to leave a note at a specific timestamp, they just use the @ key and they say like at 2 minutes 35 seconds, and then they can leave a note, and then students that come by later could click on that and it would take them right to that point in the video. So that's really good. It offers noise suppression, which I just love, because noise suppression means that if there's like, say, music in the background, they can actually turn that off. So this is great for students who might be visually unable to see things on the screen and are listening to it and don't want the distractions of, say, music in the background. So then it only focuses and prioritizes the spoken voice. So great for Microsoft. Now I can download my captions as well, which is great. For example, if you ever need to send them off for transcriptioning services, that'll save you a ton of money. You can auto-generate them. In this case, I've actually uploaded a file. I sent it off to our disability support services and said this needs to be perfect. I can upload subtitles, so in the case that you have students, let's say in a Spanish-speaking class, that their job is to, let's say, transcribe as a test case a video into another language, then you could upload that for future use. You could imagine all kinds of possibilities. Again, I can delete the video, replace the video, download the video, lots of things that you can do. But I think the greatest value of this tool is actually in Microsoft Teams. So if you are doing lectures, if you choose to use Teams, which essentially can function as an entire learning management system, and I've got some videos on that already on this channel, I'm happy to do more, but in a classroom, you don't even need to use all of these other functionalities. You can essentially just use it like Zoom by creating a meeting, for example, or scheduling a meeting and then sharing that link with students in a learning management system. They click on it, and just like Zoom, will open up a video interface that they can interact with their classmates and you as you lecture and share your screen and so forth. So basically Zoom, but in Teams. Okay, but the nice thing about using Teams sort of in its entirety is that when students are having a conversation, it saves all of that, so you can put your notes here. They have this chat that's ongoing. It'll show up here, searchable, but also the videos that are recorded automatically are saved both here, so they can rewatch it here, but it is also in Microsoft Stream. So if I click right here, it'll take me to the stream video, in which case I can watch it. I can also add interactions like a form. I can do polls, all kinds of things. But I didn't do it here, but if I wanted to, and I'm going to start doing this going forward, what I can do is I can go into Edit. I can choose the language, English, and then it gives me the options to auto-generate a caption file. And once I do that and apply my changes, basically it'll create an automated transcript that I was showing you that then students can come back to and search and so forth. Now, happy to do more in-depth discussions around that, as well as Microsoft Teams and how I'm using it. But for the purposes of this video, I just wanted to essentially show you how I'm using Microsoft Stream, what Microsoft Stream is, some of the cool functionality that you can use with it in order to basically have a very fast replication of your video from a lecture into a format that would have some use value for students and doesn't require any extra effort. Of course, you could just share the recorded link from Zoom with students, because I know that Zoom records as well. So whatever works for you. I understand that sometimes Microsoft products can be a little glitchy. It's, for example, even today when I was talking to an instructor showing them some of their material in a D2L class, which is our learning management system, and it was causing some problems because for some reason when you tried to go to Microsoft Stream, it was saying that she needed to enable her cookies, which is a simple fix, but you can imagine that students having this problem, you don't want to be fielding all of these emails. So I'm not going to say that the tool you must use or should use is Microsoft Teams, but if you happen to like what I showed you in Stream, at least use that perhaps. If not, use Teams, so that way your videos are automatically imported into Stream. With a couple of clicks, you can get that transcript file. That transcript file becomes searchable. It allows students to learn better if that's their modality. Okay, so that is it for me. If you happen to like this video, give it a thumbs up, as well as subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so that you can get more video content just like this. I hope that you have a great start to your semester if you are a student or a teacher, and I hope that you have a great consulting season into the fall if that's what you're doing. Again, I will be back with another video on crafting communication competence sometime soon.